Okay guys, hello, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jacqueline from the blog thedoggyperspective.com. So in today's video, again, it's just a quick chat, part 2, on ESAs. In the first video, we talked a little bit about what is an ESA, and in this video, just going to go a little bit more in depth about ESA. So emotional support animals, again, they refer to dogs and other pets that provide emotional support and comfort to their owners on a daily basis. So something that I found interesting about ESAs is that legally they must be prescribed. They must be prescribed by a licensed mental health professional, like a therapist, like a psychologist, or a psychiatrist. And an emotional support animal, again, as I mentioned in the first video, they differ from service dogs in a few key ways, right? So a service dog has been trained to perform a specific task for an individual, and as such, they're usually granted access to anywhere their owner goes, whereas an emotional support animal does not require any specific training, although their owner should make sure they're well trained in public. So that's really the major difference. The ESAs are not granted access to establishments such as restaurants or malls, and service dogs are. Now, what I've been talking about is, trying to help you to get documentation for your ESA so that you can take them with you. You can take them on the airplane. You can take them to restaurants, to church, get access to ride share, and do a little bit more. Now, I went to this particular website called supportpets.com, and it took me 5 minutes to fill in the questionnaire. You fill it in, and it was pretty late at night, about this time of night, and the screen just starts to spin. I went away to do whatever it was, and late at night I allowed myself to get distracted, but they sent me a nice, neat, discreet text message, and hey, it said I get a 50% discount, and hey, Sophia's waiting to receive her ESA, and I was to receive my paperwork and my approval within the next 24 to 48 hours. I thought, great. And with that, Sophie would have housing, ESA clearance, and travel ESA clearance. And what that does is give her coverage under the Fair Housing Act. And this supports her presence using the federal guidelines, right? So she basically qualified instantly, right? And this is all done with an ESA letter. And there's a little bit more to it. Now, the reason that I did that is so that I'm not just recommending something that I really don't know anything about. It was quick, it was easy, and the doctors approve it, right? And they give you documentation that you can take with you. This is very important. The website I found to be, now I'm just going to bother my computer here a little bit, supportpets.com. The website I found to be really interesting because they've got some testimonials here at the bottom of the web page. A couple of key points: 100% money back guarantee, which means you already know that you won't pay for services that you're not approved for. If the doctor can't approve you, you won't be charged for anything. So that's great. It's a licensed doctor's letter. They work exclusively with licensed doctors. So your approved documentation will be signed by the doctor and included in their include their registered license number. So that's good. And then they've got a 99% acceptance rate. So you can take their approval and their documents anywhere that you go with your pet. You have the opportunity to qualify instantly, and you have your delivery within 24 to 48 hours. So if you're in a hurry or something really is up, that's the beauty of it. And the testimonials that are on there as to why people love support pets. So there's plenty of information out there on the internet about fake ESAs, the difficulty that you can get into if you have a fake doctor sign off, or if you try to forge a signature on the forms, what's all involved in that. Misrepresenting a pet as an ESA is both unethical and illegal in some states. So please don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. Do it right. So if you happen to have an invisible disability and do need an ESA, if you don't yet have access and you need proper access, use my link. It's in the description box below. I'm going to come back. I'm going to do ESA part 3. I didn't mention any gobbly goodies for you, but if you look down there in the description box below, I do have a link. I did do a review. If you go over to walmart.com, you'll see I did a review. Sophia got a hold of a bad can of food. We didn't like it. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks.